All right, guys, what's going on today? It's Monday night. Monday Night Live in the blind. Where we're going to sit here and talk about ducks, duck hunting, chat about things, see what's going on. Just imagine yourself at a sitting around the camp talking about the flight, talking about my beard is all messed up. Look at that mess. Talking about the flight. That's what we're going to talk about. Scouting reports, what y'all seeing, what you ain't. Don't give me no locations. Don't do that on the internet. Who we got in the house tonight? Got one of y'all looking in at me. Go ahead and chat in the comment. Tell me who you are. Got two of you in the house. Go ahead and put your names up there in the chat so I know who's here. We'll talk about some duck hunting. And guys, don't hate on me for this cup, all right? Don't hate on me for this cup. All right, just saying. My camouflage one's being washed. All right, Thomas Gunner, found your channel yesterday and gotten into duck hunting last year. I'm over in Blythewood. Hey, man, I appreciate that, dude. I appreciate it. Well, we do a live stream every night, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Monday nights, every Monday night. And we're just going to sit here and talk about duck hunting. If you got questions, brother, ask them. I will do my best to answer them. I've been chasing ducks for over 50 years now. So, hey, Amanda, I've been chasing ducks for over 50 years. So, more than likely I've seen it. I will tell you anything you need to know, but I will not give out spots. That's one thing I won't do. I'm not going to give out spots. You got to get out and hunt your ducks, especially in South Carolina. You got to get out there and you got to find them, and that takes scouting. That's getting out there, and if you're not already scouting right now, then you're behind in the curve, man. You need to get out there and start looking. And you in Blythewood, you ain't too far from me. I'm down here in Sumter. Amanda, how's everything in Australia? I'm hoping we get some more people in here tonight. All your little seasonal creeks are dried up. You know, we're going through a little bit of a drought ourselves. Bougie, what are you doing? Yeah, we got a lot of low water here. Hey, Chris, what's going on? What's up? Skinning a deer head for a Euro mount. Okay, I got you. Bougie came in to say hey, and then she just turned around and left. Guess she just don't want to be in here all this noise. Yeah. Hey, Amanda, you want to help me out a little bit tonight and help me moderate some things and put people's channels up like Duckalope? Say, Charles. Guys, if you have not, the ones in here, Thomas, I know you're new to my channel. Go ahead and check out Duckalope Outdoors. He's up in Tennessee now, and he does some taxidermy on the side. Well, actually, you're doing that full time now. He's also a duck hunter. So you want to watch some of his videos, some of his taxidermy work. Oh. I got to get my little props here. Got a few new things in the last. Appreciate that, Amanda. I got a few new things this week, or last week rather. Charles, how was y'all's hunt this weekend? I know we had talked on the phone, but me and Craig, we pulled the trigger 3 times between the both of us, and we didn't. I mean, we only saw 20, 25 ducks, period. How'd y'all end up doing? Oh. Pork chop, what's up? Oh, come here. What are you doing? You walking away? You're walking away from me, girl. Say hey. She's getting so big. Grilling, bro. I hear you. Scared many, but only picked up one. Yeah, we at least got one more than we did. We didn't do, but I did learn some stuff. So, you know, when you always go out there, you always learn something. And I did learn a lot. Hopefully I can put that on my video this week as soon as I get a chance to start working on it. What shot size do you recommend? Okay, Thomas, I shoot bismuth. So right now, I'm shooting Salt Creek Custom Ammo, and he has a bismuth load. He also has a TSS load. If you're going to be shooting bismuth, you can get away with 2 3/4 inch number 5s for big ducks. You know, in decoying range, 35. You can probably stretch it out to 40, but I don't recommend it. I don't think Thomas has a channel. Thomas, you don't have a channel, do you? If you do, I recommend a number. I like bismuth, so I'm shooting number 5s. I know bismuth can be expensive. Y'all forgive me. I just finished eating supper and I got a little hiccup going on. He has one video. Oh, okay. So if you're shooting steel, get some good steel, dude. You know, some 3-inch 3s. I like Federal Black Cloud. If I had to shoot steel. But like I said, right now I shoot strictly nothing but bismuth. I shoot a 16 gauge, so I'm shooting bismuth out of it. 2 3/4, 7s and 5s is what I've been shooting. And it holds a good pattern for me at 30, like I said, 35 yards. So I'm really happy with it. What do I look for when scouting besides where the birds are going? I'm looking for any type of food sources. So, and that's you're either going to be looking for a food source or you're going to be looking for a loafing area, and those are generally two different things. Birds are going to come in. They may come in and they go to a feed. So if you're hunting like let's say a swamp, I'm gonna be looking for smartweed, pondweed, duckweed, or some people call it duck millet. Different types of vegetation so they can get invertebrates from around they may not eat the vegetation, but they may get the invertebrates that are around here. And being in South Carolina, generally we have warm weather all year long anyway. So you're always going to have invertebrates, and those ducks, that's what they're really wanting, is invertebrates this time of year. But that's what I'm looking for. Now, if you're looking for a loafing spot, that may come a little bit later on in the morning, say around 9-10 o'clock. You may kick up a concentration of birds or see a bunch of birds going somewhere, and that's usually in a loafing area. Usually it's going to be open water, out on the open water, or in very, very tight timber, swampy stuff. You shot your 20 gauge this past Saturday, 3-inch Boss number 6s with factory full choke. Cool beans. All right, Amanda, appreciate it. Yeah, I shoot Boss too. I have a case of Boss behind me. For the 16 gauge, they're 2 3/4 number 5s. They throw a great pattern. I love the pattern. So if you're going to shoot bismuth, I like number 5s. That's what I like. But always remember, your guns and your chokes are all going to shoot stuff different. The ammo that I'm using, your gun may not like it. Your choke may not like it. So you may have to change up chokes, or you got to change up ammo. That's why it's very, very important pre-season to get out there and pattern your gun, pattern it on a board, draw yourself a 30-inch circle, back off 30, 35 yards, one round in the center, aim for the center, one round, and go count pellets. You also need to know how many pellets are in that shot shell as well. Of course, you can look that up. That's not a problem. And you count and you see if there's any holes or where you're shooting. You may have to shim your gun. I had to shim this new 16 gauge I got. It was shooting high and to the left. I had to shim it. So now it's shooting dead center. And you're going to have to try different ammo. You may have, your gun may just not like your ammo. So you need to pattern test it. It's very important. It's extremely important. And we spend a lot of there's another guy, another channel, South Carolina guy, RD Reynolds. He's not in here today, or at least not right now. But me and him get together throughout the summer, and we go out and shoot skeet, sporting clays, and we pattern our guns. And we're always doing that together, and we have a good time with it. But you got to know what your stuff's doing. I mean, you really do. You need to know what's going on with your gun. Of course, I say this, and I said this last year that I was going to get out and shoot more, and it just never did happen. I mean, I shot more than I did the previous years, but not as much as I wanted to. Hope that answered your questions. But I'm always looking for food sources. When it comes to ducks, I'm looking for food sources or rest areas. And don't go. If you need to get out there, if you can get out there this weekend, and get out there Saturday morning, and if you can get out there early Saturday or Sunday, whatever day you have. Get out there before daylight. Don't get in the hole that you're planning on being in. Don't do that. Back away from it. And, a couple 300 yards and just look at the sky to see which way the ducks are going. And then when you're done watching them, give them, don't run your boat all through the swamp. I know it's fun. I have a lot of fun running the creeks, especially in low water right now when the creeks are tight and it's stumpy. I have a good time. Just enjoy doing it. But you don't want to be racing through the swamp like that or racing around the areas, because all you're going to do is scare ducks up. So just ease in, ease out. When you're on open water, of course, you can wind her up a little bit when you get out of the swamps, but just don't be racing up. If you see birds, stop, back off, and watch them if you can. Because you'll jump birds and you will run them off. You will absolutely run them off in your areas. Charles, how's that Boss 6 doing for you? I like Boss. Boss is great ammo. I like them. I got a 20 gauge back here. I've been thinking about getting some bismuth for it. That's good. That's what you need to do, man. If you need to pattern your gun again, and shoot some skeet, cool beans. Where do you go shoot at, if you don't mind my asking? Because in between Sumter and Columbia on 378, they got the range, the Water Reed gun range, but they're not. I don't believe they're open on Sundays. Welcome back, Amanda. Cool beans, Charles. I know Craig was hunting today, undisclosed location. I know they shot some gadwall, some wood ducks. I believe they got some geese today as well. I think they may even got a ringneck or a bluebill. I can't remember. They got one or the other. I can't remember what they said. Herman's Farms in Kershaw. Okay. Yep, right there off 521. Oh, in Kershaw. Never mind. I was thinking Kershaw County, not Camden. I was thinking, I had Camden on my brain. I'm sorry about that. How's the weather been for us? It got chilly. Lows in the 40s. Highs in the 60s. Today it warmed up to like 76, I think. All right, Hermitage Farms in Camden. Okay, Kershaw County. Okay. Appreciate it, Amanda. It's just warming up. We got a little warming trend coming. They say we got this El Nino coming. It's supposed to bring some seriously cold weather. I know they're seeing it out west and up north, but we're not seeing it down here. I mean, we'll see some chilly days, but we haven't seen any cold yet. Well, I got a few things that I want to, let's see, I'll share with y'all. Gotta hide some of this. I can't let you focus in on it because it gives away too much information. But I did get my my swan permit this year. Got my swan permit that came in the mail. I got drawn for a swan in North Carolina, so I'm happy about that. We nearly got 100 the other day. Highs and 80s at the moment. It's hotter than normal. Yeah, you're going into your summertime. Are you? That's right. Weatherman said mid-November for us. Okay. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? But yeah, I got my swan permit. I knew I'd been drawn. And I finally was able to, they finally mailed me the permit. And I have been in contact with a guide service. And I'm going to let y'all know all about that in a future video. That'll be coming out in a future video. But I did get a guide service to go on a swan. I mean, I don't know anything. I've never hunted swans. I don't know the first thing about them other than they're beautiful birds. And this will be my first swan hunt. So I'm hoping everything will work out really good. Hey, Will, you leave for your trip. Where are you headed to, man? Thanks, Chris. What are you shooting at them? Okay, Jeff, I hope you're sitting down. Will says North Carolina. Cool beans. Jeff, I hope you're sitting down. I will be shooting my 16, the new Sweet 16, and I will be shooting Salt Creek Custom Ammo TSS number 9s. That's what I'm going to be shooting. I talked to the guide. He says he gets his swans in fairly close. And and I told him I'm shooting a number 9. He laughed. He said, "Well, you won't be the first to have done it." So, I'm very excited about that. I mean, that number 9, it throws a punch to begin with. But it's like 396 pellets in that shot shell. I mean, if I wrap him in the head, dude, he's coming down. Swarm of a pattern. Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a couple weeks ago, the first weekend of the North Carolina season, the first Saturday, or the first weekend that it opened up in October. I shot 2 mallards with number 7s, man, wrapped them completely up. So I am well aware of what these shells will do. So, now I did have one mallard wing off, and that was just a bad shot placement for me, but the other one died. I mean, it was just a pattern, it was great. I mean, it just wrapped her up, and the other one did flop around for a while. But everybody's saying hey to everybody in here. For those of y'all that don't know Amanda's good people. She's in Australia. She talks funny. And she does. I've heard her speak, and she does talk funny. But she's good people. She loves the outdoors. She loves supporting us in the outdoor world. So we thank her. Well, let's see here. The other thing, I really don't want to. Should I do it now or should I wait? Do I hunt out west any? I haven't in a while. And Thomas, let me tell you why. When I started this channel it'll be 4 years coming this February. I had a couple goals in mind. Number one was to teach people how to actually hunt ducks. I mean, the right way. Not the, and teach them how to scout and what they need to look for and these kind of things, some conservation, some tips, things that took me 50 years to learn to help y'all out. I also did it in our state. And if you've been hunting for a couple of years, you probably have experienced this. Our state is not the best duck hunting state. It used to be. Trust me when I tell you, when I started, we didn't need to go anywhere else. It was right here. But I wanted to show how bad it really is here. And that was another thing. So for starting last year, I started going to North Carolina a lot. Got some really good friends up there that I love to hunt with. And we just had a bad year last year. I mean, it really was. Well, the first couple of weeks was great. I can tell you this, just so you know, the only thing I shot last year was mallards. And the only places I hunted was in North Carolina. And I shot mallards. But it really wasn't a great year. So this year, I have a new puppy. Her head popped up here a little while ago. So I don't want to take her out west yet because she's new and I need to train her. She needs to learn some stuff. I am not going to take a puppy on a trip to ruin somebody else's hunt. So I wanted to spend this year teaching her, training her, taking her on hunts, letting her, retrieve some, letting her learn about duck hunting and what her job will be. So that's what happened for this year. Now, next year, I'm quite sure she is going. Not, I wouldn't say she's going to be finished, but she will be a lot more not as excitable as she is right now. And I have big plans on taking her places next year. So I've gotten several invites to go back to Arkansas, Louisiana, Missouri, Utah, Idaho, Minnesota. I've had a lot of invites. So I'm hoping. That we can get on at least 2 or 3 hunts out next year, out of out west, so to speak. Oh, Tennessee! I've been invited to go to Tennessee, Kentucky. I mean, got a lot of invites. I just didn't want to do it this year with training a new pup. The only hunt that Bougie will not go on with me this year is the swan hunt. I am not going to take her out there for that. Yep, as I said, invite to Tennessee too. Under the wing, or I must have missed that. Are you asking somebody asking you? Hey, Tina. Let me scroll back up here a little bit. Did I miss something? If I missed something, I'm sorry, guys. Under the wing or on the back, then put into a get on a bag or trash bag and get the air out, please, and thank you. Okay. I missed the beginning of that one, Chris. Tina's in here. Where do I find the movie In the Blind? Are you talking about the actual the Phil Robinson movie? We went to go see it in the theaters. I don't know if it's still playing or not, but we went to go see it in the theater. But Jeff is saying bad year, warm and dry and warm. We're expecting some record-breaking temperatures this year as far as the cold. And The problem right now, and that's sweeping the southeast and the southwest, is the lack of water. It's been very dry in Arkansas. These traditional duck places are dry. I mean, I'm not saying they don't have any water; they got very little, so everything's kind of dry. So it doesn't, if we get the cold weather to push the birds down, um, they're going to go somewhere where there's water. They got to have water, hence the name waterfowl. So if they don't have food, water, and rest, it's going to be a tough year. I mean, we'll finally get the weather. I just don't think we'll have the water. You look in our state, South Carolina, the lakes, the Santee Lakes are low. The big PD River, the Great PD River, it is low. When I crossed it on 95, I mean, you can see sandbars on both sides of the bank. The little PD is low. The Lumbee River is low. Wateree is low. Everything's low right now. So shotgun shells have got expensive. Yeah, they have. But to my boys that are in South Carolina, that are in here from South Carolina, don't give it up. I mean, you got to get out and scout. I've gotten some pretty good scouting reports in the area. People are seeing birds here. Been seeing some good concentrations of birds here. That'll last about a week, if that. Once people start getting out there and running their boats all over the place and running them up and scaring them off. But I am hearing some good scouting reports from around the area. I personally have not scouted here in South Carolina. The reason is I've been going up. No, other than woodies, buddy. Mallards, gadwall, widgeon, teal. Comment ça va? What's up, Greenhead? So I'm hearing some good reports. Around the state. Like I said, mallards, gadwall, widgeon, teal, all over. But once people start scouting and start running their boats and blaring their music and carrying on, it's going to run them birds off. They may get one good hunt and that'll be it. That's on the public areas. And the birds that have been seen are on public water. So, but I have not scouted. I may do a little bit this coming weekend. I was supposed to go back to North Carolina this weekend, but we're going to have the grandbaby. So me and him may, or just me, I don't know. I may take a boat ride come Saturday. Like I said, just take your time when you're doing it, man. Take your time, get a good pair of binoculars, and get out in the open and watch the flights. See which way they're headed. Will, you gone? RD, what's up? We were just talking about you a little while ago. It wasn't good either. You think you may get some rain here Saturday? Well, I guarantee you one thing: y'all need it. That little place we hunted, Charles. I mean, we had that day that we went down there to scout prior to the season's opening, the weekend before it opened, the inland season opened. There was some good water in there, and it's gone. It's down to the creeks. Just got home. LOL, give me the short version. Oh, and I was just telling one of the guys, we've got a new guy, Thomas Gunter. He's new to the channel. I was telling him about your channel and everybody else's that's in here, Chris from Duckalope, and how me and you go out during the summer and shoot and pattern our guns. 30% Saturday and 60% for Sunday. Cool beans. So are you just getting home from Texas, or are you just getting home from work? I know you went on that trip. I got you. Well, welcome back there, bro. Short version, how'd y'all do? Because I know you're going to want to put some stuff on your channel, and I don't want to interfere with that. But just as a short version, did y'all do good? So while RD is typing that up, I have a question, and I want I want your opinion on something. I want you, as my subscribers, I want an opinion. So I know most of y'all watch other YouTube channels, which is fine. That's cool. Love it. When you see a YouTube channel that is utilizing a barrel mounted camera, whether it be a Tacticam or a shot cam, 3,200 miles, 2-day limit on 12 guys on specs. I shot a limit of doves and a rattlesnake. Yeah. Yeah, that one made me giggle a little bit. You were backing up quick on that one. But if you're watching a video where the host is shooting or utilizing a barrel mounted camera, such as a Tacticam or a shot cam of some sort, you'll notice when you're watching that on some of these are clear video with no red dot or no crosshair in the video. Do you prefer the crosshair and dots, or do you prefer no crosshairs and dots? Tell me which one y'all like. I've been asking this to some other friends offline, what they like to see, and they've given me some answers. And right now it's tied up. So I just want to know what y'all want. Because the reason I say this is I got myself a Tacticam the other day, and the camera, I'm playing around with it. There's an app that I just don't have on the phone yet. Amanda's okay. So Duckalope says cross and dot. You need something. I like the circle so far. Cross and hair and dots. Okay, you need something. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. You need something. Red dot shows where you're shooting. The dot, I prefer the dot and crosshairs because you know where they are aiming at, and it helps me judge where to aim based off of a distance. Okay. Also move it all the way back to the magazine tube. Yeah, and that's what I didn't do on the first time I used it. I had it too far up, I didn't have it far enough back. So with Tacticam, you put it on. You have an app on your phone, and you can adjust all your settings and whatnot. I need to do that. But I've had people say they like it open, and I have people who say they like crosshairs and dots. So again, follow the channel, because I'm actually going to put that on as a community post in my community tab, either later tonight or tomorrow, and asking the rest of the people who are not in here about that. But I used this the other day, this past weekend, and I did capture a terrific, most awesomest miss ever. I mean, it didn't have the red dot on it, so you can't tell what I was aiming at, but I missed bigger than all get out. But I am going to be putting this on the 16 gauge. It'll be there. If you're only video, if you're using a shoe, open if you're only video, if you're using to shoot better than okay. All right. Yeah, but I want to know what y'all like to see when you're watching the videos. I don't care about myself. This is what I want, what you want to see. I mean, if you want to see a video with the crosshair or dot in it, either or if you prefer it to be open, because I can tell you that video that I got, I mean, you can see those, you can almost see the colors on those wood ducks. I want to see your not miss. You probably will. You're going to probably see the miss. I want to know what y'all want to see. Because as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I don't have this camera for me. This camera is for you guys. This is why I got this camera. I got this camera so I could get, because that first weekend in October, I mean, we had ducks and I shot ducks that the other cameras didn't pick up. And I was frustrated. And I wanted something where y'all can now see me shooting, or at least you can see the ducks in the air with a camera and they're being shot at. It frustrated me to death that I couldn't show y'all anything last week. But with this, that's why I got this. This is because of you guys. I got this for y'all, so y'all can see and get better video. So y'all hopefully like my video a whole lot better. So, but and by the way, unlike some people I know, I'm picking on somebody in here in particular. I don't have any sponsors, so everything I purchase, everything I get, it's on me. I mean, in all seriousness, everything that I get, it's on me, and I'm trying to get stuff that I know that y'all are gonna want to see. You learned a lot on the shot cam. Yeah, I gotta download the app to this Tacticam. And I've had you asked, I know you asked. That's why I was saying I'm not naming names, dude. You called yourself out. But that's why I got the camera. I wanted y'all to have some more video. I wanted y'all to see more stuff. Because I thought that I could position my GoPros and my camera, some of my cameras, other stuff, that I would catch these shots. And generally it was just too dark video. And I did video those ducks the other day with this camera. You never chicken dance for $20. I chicken dance for $20. Hey, it's getting to be Christmas, y'all. I'm just saying. The video was just so dark you couldn't see anything. But when I videoed with this Tacticam on the end of the barrel the other day, it was still pretty dark in that swamp, and it picked up a lot of light, and you could see a whole lot better. I was very impressed with it, and I didn't even have the settings on right. I didn't, because I didn't know what I was doing. There's, I may do a video on this Tacticam. I don't know yet. There's so many out there, but it doesn't come with a booklet. It doesn't come with any instructions. I learned it from YouTube. Speaking of which, if you're thinking about getting a Tacticam, I picked mine up from Max Prairie Wings. I think it was like a $150, and I got the mount. And if you do get a mount, if you do get a Tacticam, make sure you get this mount right here, the one that looks like this. Can y'all see that? Okay, get that type of mount. This is, don't get that other one, whatever it's like a C clamp just slides up there. Don't get that. You want this one. You want this. This is the mount you want to get. And I got a new job title. Oh, no, manager for small. Awesome, Amanda. Awesome. Got a pay raise after Christmas too. Cool beans. I am gonna promote another channel. He's not in here. I don't think he'll ever be in here. I don't know. Maybe one day he'll show up. But Triple R Outdoors. Amanda, if you could find that for me. Triple R Outdoors. This boy's out of Arkansas. He does a lot of Tacticam videos. Hey, Mark J. So he does a lot of Tacticam videos, trail cams. This right here is a Solo Extreme. He does the 5.0, the 6.0. He does them all. And I think that's all he ever uses now. I think that's all he ever uses is Tacticams and these little cameras right here, which actually cost less than a GoPro and is better because these will capture more light, low light situations. And you can get the mounts and everything to mount them to wherever you need them. So, I mean, it's a pretty good deal. But go to his channel because I actually learned how to work this camera from his channel. So a shout out to Triple R Outdoors. If you're listening, if you happen to come in, or if anybody else watches them and, they said, hey, I was watching Daddy Duck 365 and he mentioned your channel about these Tacticams, whatever, just kind of throw my name out there a little bit. But he's a duck hunter, he's a deer hunter as well, turkey hunter, that kind of thing. But I learned a lot from his channels in the past few days about this particular camera because, like I said, Tacticam didn't send me anything, and there's a good chance, a very good chance in the near future that I may be getting rid of my GoPros and going to these little type of cameras. You can get about 5 hours on them. This cap right here, you can take that off and there's your charging port and you can do it just like I do my GoPros. I take an external battery and hook it to the external battery. I can run that bad boy for 8, 9, 10 hours. So I'm in Iowa helping Iowa Trapper with his line for a couple of awesome, Mark. Tell Iowa I said, hey. Appreciate that, Thomas. Anytime, man. I'm all over the state, so if you happen to see me, flag me down, brother. I'd like to sit down and talk with you. Triple R Woods. That's it, Triple R Woods. Yep, I believe that's the right one. Thank you, ma'am. But the boy sounds like he's very knowledgeable on these cameras. So if you do get one and I'm learning, so I can't help you. Okay. Right now at this point in time, I couldn't help you, but if you want to know a little bit more about them, go to his channel and, awesome me. Yes. Just if you watch one of his videos, don't forget to, whether you subscribe or not, don't forget to comment and like and leave a comment and say that you heard about his channel from me. That's all I ask. Now, another question I got the other day, I was talking to somebody about it, and I'd gotten this Tacticam, and the first thing he said, and you just got another GoPro, was, well, you know what, Mark, what you do with your trapping and whatnot, and as far as walking up to your trap sets and stuff, I think a GoPro or a handy cam is fine. But for me in low light, especially with duck hunting, that early morning low light, my GoPros were not capturing anything. My big cameras would, but then I've got to be sitting there focusing in, tracking a bird with a big camera, and then trying to call him, shoot him, and work a dog at the same time. With these, especially on the one on the end of my gun barrel, that eliminates that portion of it, and I can set them up, and they'll be they just capture more light. They're just going to be able to capture more and more light, and there's all kind of you can get all kind of attachments to put stuff, just like GoPro. So. But again, whatever works for you. I'm just saying that GoPro right now, I'm getting frustrated with the, because I don't like wearing a GoPro on my head. Okay, I don't like that up there. Main camera in the decoy shot, shot cam on gun and GoPro. That's what I like when I watch a hunting channel. Thank you. All right. That's why I don't like wearing one on my head. It bothers me. These GoPros, the batteries don't last long, and you got to change them out every. You just got to change them out so often. So you're carrying a whole bunches of batteries. That's why I went to the external batteries. And I could just, I don't like the chest cam, it squishes the and that's why I went to the external batteries, so that I could capture more video. And I can do that with these. Now when I do that, when I plug even a GoPro, if I plug in the external camera, it's not waterproof anymore. It's not waterproof anymore. So, and I'm not saying these cameras are waterproof. I know like the GoPro 8s and the 7s are waterproof. So, or at least the GoPro 8 is. But once you take that side cover off to plug it in, it's not waterproof anymore. And that was, so now if you want to keep it waterproof, you have to keep, if it was raining or whatnot, you got to keep changing batteries out. And they don't last that long. They just don't. Cold weather, it kills them. Mark, I'd like to see you with a chest camera on. I think that would be funny, because all you would see is the hair just flopping. Shot cam. Yep. Cold water did affect the battery. Cold water or cold weather? Cold water or cold weather, RD. So the other day, I was talking to a guy, and a friend of mine, he said, I told him I'd gotten this camera. We'll say Living Them In. How you doing? I told him I'd gotten this camera, and he asked me, he said, well, why didn't you get a shot cam? Well, okay, well, I'm going to sit here and tell you why. Short, sweet answer. Shot cam is $600-700. This was $149. And it's going to do what I want it to do. And it's flat out, this is going to do what I want it to do. He just drove 13 hours. Weather. It's going to do what I want it to do. Is shot cam better? I have seen reviews. Some guys say it is, some guys say it's not. Again, Tacticam doesn't sponsor me. And I've only used it once, so I really can't do a review of it, to 100% liking. But it's going to do what I want it to do. It's going to get video. It's great. So far, it's great in low light. Living MN says shot cams are expensive and unreliable. RD says I got version number 3, 3rd gen. So I'm just here, to say, it was the price point. The shot cams just cost so much. Again, if shot cam wants to, sponsor the channel or whoever, I would look at their stuff and then use it. But when I'm buying it myself, the only reason I chose ShotCam over Tacticam is the standby record mode. Gotcha. Yep. Yeah, that's another thing. When you turn these on, there is a pause button on these, but then you got to remember to hit the pause. You got to remember to hit the button. Yeah, they won't. I tried. Yeah. All right, Amanda. If Mark, if you could, please. If not, I completely 100% understand. Amanda, thank you so much for everything today. I know you're saying you got to get ready for work, so appreciate you doing what you're doing. Thank you. But it was a price point for me. It was 100% the price point, because I was looking at both of them, and I could have went either way, but the price point is the reason. So I went with them, and so far I've only used it one day, but I'm happy with it. Still got some learning to do. That's why it's not on the gun right now, because I wanted to play with it some. Yes, ma'am. We'll see you next Monday. Oh man. So last weekend, we went back. If you've been following the channel and following the little shorts and stuff that I put out, went back to North Carolina. We did a hunt in the Cottonmouth Hole. The water has dropped out of it. It's down to the creek. I scouted it Friday. Didn't see any birds in there. It was an early afternoon scout. And it was basically, I went in there to find water and to find some flats and see if there was any flat water in there. And there was not. And the only reason we hunted it Saturday was we needed to know what was coming in there. We needed to know if there was early ducks coming in there. What kind of ducks were they coming in, or were they just flying over? What were they doing? So we needed to go in there and make that happen. And it was the only time that either one of us could do it. The season in North Carolina opened up last Saturday for the November season, and it was where our alternative spot was going to. It was going to be a warm day, and we knew that the fishermen were going to be out. It was a public lake, and we knew the fishermen were going to be out. And I honestly did not want to deal with people coming through, fishing through my decoys. So it was the reason why we went into the swamp and looked at things. That was the main reason. So Craig shot twice. I shot once. We didn't connect on anything. It is what it is, but we learned a lot, and we'll go into that in the video. Hopefully I have the video coming out this week if I can finish editing. I got home Saturday afternoon and pretty much passed out, and I worked all day Sunday, and of course you had the dadgum time change, which makes no sense whatsoever. So let's see, we still got 6 people. Y'all come on and talk to me. Jeff, y'all still warm out there? Still no ducks? I don't like daylight savings. Neither do I. I don't like it at all. I just wish they'd keep it at one time. I don't care which time they decide. Just keep it at one. Just keep it. This time changes. Killer. I mean, I got off. Most of our birds pushed south during our Halloween snowstorm. Ouch. Yeah, y'all got some good snow. Y'all got some cold weather. It was 70 degrees here today. Crazy. Yeah, it was 76 here. That was the high for today. I think it's going to be like that tomorrow as well. You want the other time. Not this time, but the other time. I got you. Yeah, I mean, we're going to get the cold weather. It's coming. I mean, everything is lined up for it to be a cold winter. My only concern right now is there's not enough water. There's just no water. There's no water in the flats. There's no water. There's no backwater. The rivers are low, you know. I do know some. Be on the lookout, RD, because I'm hearing some new geese are starting to push in. I know you like the goose hunt, but I have heard of some new geese pushing in. Trying to tell people I lose an hour of sleep when they gain an hour is impossible. Yep, dude. Yeah, I end up waking up way earlier than I need to, and by the end of the night, my time's all messed up, and I end up staying up longer than I need to. How's the pup? Pup's doing good. She was in here a little while ago. I think she's back in the room with my wife, Miss Kitty. But she's coming along, dude. She's coming along. I hunted her this weekend. I tell you what's funny, and this is probably on me, and I need to start working on this. When we hunted out of the boat, she was great. She got in her spot and she wouldn't move unless I sent her. I put her on the ground or I put her on a stand, and she doesn't. She wants to get out and roam around. Not exactly sure what all that's about. Excuse me, guys. So, but other than that, I mean, she's doing good. We didn't get to train today. By the time I got off work, it was dark. Um, so what I'm going to try to start doing now that it gets light early is get up in the morning, take her out there, run a few drills in the yard, and if I get lucky to get off work on time, then I'll work her some more drills in the afternoon. Been hunting with an 11-month-old red lab, lots of potential. Awesome. Yeah, my buddy has a yellow dog. He actually named him Red because he's got a little red tint to him. And he's doing real well. He's he may be about 11 to 13 months somewhere. His dog's got a lot of really good potential. But Bougie does too. Bougie's like I said, she's doing good. She just we need to get back to some basics when we're not hunting, and I need to get her. Her. I know that when I put a collar on her, her IQ goes up about 50 points. I tell you that much. But she's always wanting to try something new. So I mean, she's awful fast to learn, and then when she learns it, she gets bored with it, and she'll almost I wouldn't say shut down, but it's like, all right, Dad, how many times I got to do this to show you I can do it? She needs birds. Absolutely 100%. She needs birds. She needs to go after them because when she did retrieve back in October, her last retrieve was in October, and she marked it. She got there. She lipped it. She didn't grab it like she's supposed to. She kind of lipped it. I think it's just because it's a live bird. But you could see it in her eyes, like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. So she just needs electricity is a great motivator. Yeah, ain't that the truth? But she just needs a little. She needs more birds. So we're trying to work on that. Still getting specs in South Dakota. RD says the specs in Texas. Oh, wow. I mean, I haven't been spec hunting in so long. I might have to do that next year. We may have to do a collab, RD. What else, guys? All right. Kansas is loaded with birds right now. Say GW. We didn't do too well. If you're talking about the North Carolina opener last Saturday, we saw 25, 30 birds total. We shot 3 times. We did not connect with anything. I talked to Slow Russ in Middle North Carolina, got 1. Okay. I talked with you. It's about 11 guys now that I have talked to. Some didn't pull the trigger, and the others said they got 1. and that was it. Very slow weekend. Now, where we were at in that little swamp across the road, there was some shooting going on over there. I don't know how many they got. I do know there's a pond not too far from there, and whatever they shot, they were decoying birds, just the way they shot it. Whatever those birds were, whether they were mallards or ringnecks or teal or whatever, they were decoying birds because they put a whopping on them. But the other boys sounded like they were shooting summer ducks. Yeah, they don't stop in eastern Nebraska for very long anymore. Ouch. So, but it just like I said, it was a slow opener. I got a report today. Good friends of mine, they went out and they shot some geese, they shot some gadwall, shot some wood ducks, and they shot some. I believe it was either a ringneck or a bluebell. I can't remember which one. They shot one or the other. It was just two of them, and they did very well. So we had birds on the lake last week, but they left before Saturday. Yeah, well, last week there was had good weather pushing them in, and it was the same thing here. I mean, the same thing where we were at. It had birds the week before, but then they closed. It just shut down. And I don't think I'm gonna be able to go this weekend. We got the grandbaby this weekend, so I may go to a South Carolina scout trip Saturday. But because the season don't open up here until the 18th, so I may do a little scouting. But pushed in and pushed out. Yep, if the weather, and they could have went either way. They could have continued to head south, or they could have done a reverse migration when the weather warmed up and went back north. But I had geese the other night around the house, and they were funny because they were both. I had one flock was flying north, one flock was flying south, and another flock that was flying west. So they were just moving around. We had a 2-day push, and now nothing again. Well, I'll tell you what, Jeff, if I ever get rich and famous on this YouTube stuff, I'm going to call some people and we're going to go do us a great hunt. If I can ever get rich and famous. I would love to do that. I absolutely love to put on a subscriber hunt in a really good place. If nothing else, we're going to eat some biscuits. We gonna eat good no matter what. Speaking of which, I have not even fired up the biscuit maker this year. Everywhere we went, we were walking in, and I wasn't going to be toting that stuff in. Santee, yeah, really. All you need is a little gas money, and we'll put you on a great hunt. Alaska, that's 32-hour drive up there, dude. What do you mean a little bit of gas money? But I would love to go up there and hunt in Minnesota. I mean, I really would. I'd love to hunt with y'all. I would love to hunt with Cody. I'd like to make that happen, but but that is a long, long drive. But I want to know, if I do come up to see you, do I get to stay in the ice castle in the backyard? That's all I want to know. You speak for yourself. You only got a few more duck seasons left. I got a lot more. I got a whole tub of them coming. Cool beans with it, Daniel. But you're right, RD. I mean, if you look at it that way, and I always do, we only got a few more duck seasons left. That's the truth. If I keep eating hamburgers the way I eat them, I'm not going to have many more. That's for sure. I made some good hamburgers last night. I did. I made some really good hamburgers last night. All right, Charles, you take care of yourself, brother. You go up to say you're living in and stop by here, and I'll drive the rest of the way. Got you, bro. I just want to sleep in the ice castle. That's just an awesome little house. I think that would just be neat. Oh yeah, this time change got me all screwed up. I I had to work this morning, of course, and I jumped out of bed because I thought I was late. It was broad daylight outside, and I just knew I was late for work. Got to get up so early to hunt now. Yep. For those of y'all that like to duck hunt, I mean, there's absolutely 100% duck hunt. Y'all still have a hard time. Um, y'all still have a hard time sleeping the night before opening day. I did not sleep a wink last Friday night. I mean, I may have drifted for maybe 15, 20 minutes, but then I was up. The little truck is ready. Cool. You sleep great. I couldn't sleep last Saturday to save my life. Got up. It's a 30-minute drive to where we needed to hunt. A 20-minute walk in. Add another 20 minutes add another 30 minutes of setup because I got cameras and whatnot. And hunted, came out, went and got breakfast, sat around, packed up, talked for a little while. 2:30, about 12:30, I left. Got home at 2:30 or so, and couldn't sleep. If I ever hunted flooded corn or beans, if you're talking about standing flooded corn, and or are you talking about cut corn? Because I've hunted flooded corn as far as cut. It was already cut, and I have flooded cut beans, but I've never hunted standing flooded corn or beans. Number one, I just don't like it. I think it's cheating, to be honest. I do. I just do. But as far as a harvested field that's been flooded, yeah, I've hunted them. And I have hunted, and I should take that back because I have hunted standing corn that was either in the process of being harvested in a dry field, um, um, legal baiting for the elite, and I've hunted corn that was standing, and not because it was man-made flooded, but it was nature flooded. Nature, it had a big rain, huge rainstorms prior to the cutting, and it flooded, and there was backwater from the rivers and the creeks, and it flooded into this standing corn, and we shot it then. But that's one thing, but to because the farmer's not going to do anything with it anyway. But to grow corn for the sole purpose of flooding and shooting it, I just don't care for it. I think and I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm not saying nothing like that. It's just me personally. I just don't like doing it. And that's a 40 years. Yeah, yeah. I can't sleep, dude. Not before the opener. Sometime around January, I'll be waking up going, do I really want to hunt today? Yeah. Do I really want to go out there? Is it? I'm questioning myself and while I'm laying there. Oh, dude, I've been hunting for over 50 years. This will be my 51st duck season. And if you've ever hunted with me, um, you can ask if Craig was in here, he'll tell you the same thing. If Andy was in here, they'd tell you all the same thing. Um, you know, I physically get sick when I'm going. When we get to the boat ramp, I actually physically get sick, and I just get excited. After 50 something years, last Saturday, we pulled the truck over, stopped the truck. We didn't have to put a boat in. It was just a walk-in hunt, walk-in place. We parked the truck. We were getting out. Craig was trying to catch a few minutes of sleep in the front seat of the truck, and I opened up the truck door and I threw up. I was that excited. It happens every time. And yes, by January, I question my decisions every morning. Yeah, I do it. I do it all the time. Do I really, really want to go? you know, and then I'll sit there and finally it goes. If I don't go, I won't know. Oh, excuse me. Oh yeah, especially when it's been slow for a week. 56. Yeah, I'm a year older than you, Jeff. I killed my first duck when I was 7. It is, and it's hard to, and you sit there and you go, well, Bo, you ain't but 58 and you've been hunting 51. I shot my first duck when I was 7, and I have been hooked on them ever since. Um, the your son was born the night before the opener. What now? The question is, did you go hunting? Because I'm sitting here shot my first duck at age 23. Cool. I want to know, did you go and hunt the opener or did you stay at home? That's what I want to know. And you youngsters now need to start planning. It rescued me from a boring life. Maybe you should have played that a little better. And it rescued me from a boring life of deer hunting. My daddy liked pheasant, so that's what I got cut my teeth on. Now, we don't have it. You missed that opener first time. Oh, man. I'd have went. That's why my oldest was born in July and my youngest was born in February, which really scared me because I miscounted. I thought I had miscounted. I'm not saying that I haven't missed any openers because I have, either work related or, for those of you who don't know, I was in the Marine Corps for 6 years. I was a police officer for going on 18 years. So I have missed some openers over the years. And I think I've missed 2 complete duck seasons. And that's because I was either stationed somewhere that just didn't have ducks, or I couldn't get home to hunt them. I was late for my wedding because the walleye bite was on. Awesome, dude. I'm liking you better and better. It was a cold, slow night of ice fishing on New Year's Eve. What's a guy to do? Oh, that's funny. That's a legit excuse. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, what do duck hunters talk about when they're not duck hunting? New Year's Eve, fishing on the ice. Oh, my gosh. Oh, me, oh, me, oh, me. You still hear about it 38 years later. I would have skipped my wedding if the walleye were biting. That's why I got married in August. Too hot to fish, and then the hunting season hadn't started. Got to plan. You have to plan these things. You gotta plan. Youngsters in here, you've got to plan. Just one night of pleasure and ecstasy and all that good stuff rolled into one could mess up a duck hunting opener if you're not careful. April thought it was good. Thought it was good. That's usually our turkey season, so and usually the brim are biting or the bass are biting. So Anti, what's going on, brother man? Glad you could make it tonight. I know my wife's watching this, so when we get off of here and I go in there to go get in bed, I'm gonna get beat on tonight. I figured now I'll celebrate my son's birthday with a big duck trip every year. Awesome. Oh my goodness. I think RD done backed out. He just got back from Texas, so he's probably done fell asleep either at the computer or if he's anything like me, he'll just throw his gear in a room and worry about it later. Not a problem, brother. Not a problem. Always good to see you in here. So we still got us. Okay. All right, Mark, you take care of yourself. You have a good one. I hope you and I will catch a bunch. Tell them I said hey for me. And we'll catch you on the next one, buddy. Oh. Oh man, I hate this time change. I hate it. I hate it with a passion. Living, Anti wants to know how y'all doing up there in the northern latitudes and longitudes. I get off here tonight, and I'm probably gonna go over to another. Now this guy's on TikTok, so I don't know if any of y'all do that kind of thing, but Rewind Waterfowl is on TikTok doing a live stream. So I'm quite sure when I'm done with this, I'll probably slide over there for a few minutes, say hey to them, see what they're up to. All right, RD. I figured you'd already passed out by now, man. You take care of yourself. Give me a holler tomorrow. Well, I understood the original meaning for it, but I don't know why we got to do it now. Golly. It's going to take me a month of Sundays just to get used to this thing. And then I'll never get, and then I'll get used to it. By the time I get used to it, we got to change the daggone time back. I think somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Arizona is the only state that doesn't do it. Oh man, I'm losing. Everybody's dropping out like flies. We got 3 left in the house. Who all's left? If you're still in here, chime in. If you're still here, chime on in. Let me know you're here. Jeff's still here. Daniel and Little Man are still watching. I got you, and I appreciate that. Oh man. Well, I appreciate that, buddy. All right. Well, it sounds like the chat's starting to wind down a little bit, and I'm not used to the time change. I know that a lot of y'all are still not used to it. We will be back next Monday night. I'm not going to be hunting this weekend. Like I said, we got the grandbaby this weekend. We got Veterans Day, we got the Marine Corps birthday, we got the grandbaby this weekend. I may do a little scouting. Oh, what's my go-to shotgun? My Browning Sweet 16, buddy. The new one I got. That is it. I got everything else is put up. Nope. I'm going to shoot the 16 forever and ever. Amen. I love the gauge. I love the shot. Everything about it, I love. When I go to shoot swans this year, I got a swan permit. And when I go to shoot my swan, I'm going to be shooting 16 gauge. I've got 12 gauges. I've got 20 gauges. Amen. Anyways, keep slamming the shut. God bless it. All right, Jeff, take care. I just love the Jeff. Appreciate you coming in, buddy. I really do. Thanks so much. You have a great week. Let me know how you do, man. I just love the 16 gauge, and I've got 12s, I got 20s. I got different autos, semi-autos. I got a 410 in there now. I got Browning. Well, I have Remingtons, Brownings, Benelli. I got a Beretta. Got a Frankie or a Franchi or whatever you want to call them. I got a Winchester shotgun in there. So I've got a lot of stuff in there. I absolutely love. I've got semi-autos, I got single shots, I got double barrels, I got pumps. I just absolutely love that 16 gauge. Absolutely love it. And I'm gonna hunt with it all year this year. I got it this year, and I'm gonna hunt every time I go. I shot doves with it. I've shot ducks with it. But anyway, guys, we're down to about 3 people in the house. What I'm showing. Not that I want to stop it early, but I'm not used to this time change. I know you guys aren't. want to wish y'all a great week. Remember, Veterans Day is coming up. Thank a veteran. This is not active duty, guys. You thank a veteran. A guy that's been there and is already out. That's what that day's for. And if you know any Marines, like myself, the Marine Corps birthday is next Friday. So you know any guys, just tell them happy birthday. They'd appreciate it. But I'm out for this week. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all have a good time during this duck season. Be careful, please. And we will see y'all next time on Daddy Duck 365. Y'all have a great night.